It's Joe from Georgia. So another state is in the news about collapsing their farming industry, and it's the great state of Arkansas. They held meetings in Arkansas this week with the farmers because of the dire situations that they are in. Because, folks, they're not being able to sell their products. They have money in the ground, but they can't get any money out because the United States government, which had guaranteed them certain things, were lost in the big, beautiful bill. Well, in these meetings, it has been said that if an emergency bailout, which is what the farmers are asking for, folks, they're asking for a bailout in Arkansas, that 1/3 of them will file bankruptcy. Hundreds of millions of dollars going into bankruptcy. So you're going to have these people who generational wealth will be totally wiped off the map in the state of Arkansas. But here we go again, another state that overwhelmingly supported the president in his race. And believe it or not, there are still 70% of those farmers will say they believe in the tariffs that are putting them into bankruptcy. Folks, when those type of things are happening in your life, you've got to ask yourself, would I have thought this way 10 years ago?
Right now, we're in a very dire situation. September's a bonus, harvest is starting in the deep south, and we have 0 bushels of soybeans on the books to be sold to China for this current crop that's about to come out of the field. Historically, over the last 5 years, about 1/3 of soybean sales to China would be booked. China amounts to 25% of our total U.S. soybean crop. So that would be 8 or 9% of the whole U.S. crop would normally be on the books with China right now, and we have 0. That is alarming. The farm economy as a whole is struggling. Inflation has caused our cost of production to rise drastically on every front. Commodity prices, in particular soybeans, are down about 50% from where they were 3 years ago. And our numbers are deeply in the red. And we send this letter to President Trump because we've been talking for months about needing to have sales in place, a deal in place, a phase 2 type agreement that has purchase commitments along with a level playing field on trade with no tariffs.
Never underestimate the power of stupid people in large numbers.
So that's what we got for American farmers, is zero empathy. We want them to fail. That's what you're saying out there. That's what Americans are saying right now is well, next time you'll vote the right way, or that's what you get for who you voted for. That to me, I want to say it doesn't sound very American of people, but here lately, that's all we're doing is complaining. The last thing I want is an American business to fail. I don't know how much more we're going to see for the next 3 or 4 years. Last thing I want is an American farmer to go under, because us as Americans didn't want to do anything to support them. I don't care what side of the fence you're sitting on in this. The last thing we need is our land to be gobbled up by our corporate people to lease it out to another country so that they can come in and do what they want on the soil. Think about it, people.
For decades, we've been told that we can't feed kids free lunch because that's socialism. We've been told that we can't give partial credit towards college scammy loans because that's socialism. We can't have universal health care. Your Nana can't get the cancer treatment that she needs because Medicare for all would be socialism. We can't feed and help the homeless because of socialism. Everything that doesn't benefit you is socialism. We've been hearing this about everything that would be good for society for decades. And the second that you need a helping hand, it's a necessary thing. It's not just, guys, this is actually good for everybody. That's why I need that money. I voted for you. You voted against me. I voted so that you could stay in business and get the help you needed. You voted to hurt people that didn't look like you. And that's why I hope you have the day that you voted for. And I hope you get everything you voted for that we told you was going to happen.
And this guy said he voted for Trump to own the libs, and now he just lost his shoe business because of Trump's tariffs. In July of 2024, he says, I'm voting for Donald Trump for the economy and to own the libs, of course. But now he says, well, there went my shoe business. I don't understand why the tariffs have to eliminate the de minimis exception. Why does the government punish small businesses in this country knowing full well that Nike and all of the big brands will be fine paying the taxes, but his business gets wiped out. Gee, I wonder why the billionaire wouldn't fight to protect small businesses and why he would favor the corporations that lobby money to him. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, does it? Honestly, when I see posts like this, I don't feel bad for these people at all because they're getting exactly what they voted for.
So let me get this straight. The farmers of Arkansas are asking the federal government for handouts, for checks, because they are struggling financially because of the tariffs and other policies of Donald Trump. They can't sell their soybeans and other goods into foreign countries like China because of the tariffs. They're now too expensive for them to be able to sell them into China because of the retaliatory tariffs. And they can't afford equipment. They can't afford the high rising prices of equipment because of other tariffs on goods and manufacturing and raw material and everything like that. And they are saying they have never seen it this bad. There was a farmer who's in his 39th season of farming, and he says he has never seen it this bad. He literally said, Donald Trump, you said you love us, but I'm not seeing the fruits of your love. What the fuck? Arkansas farmers, and they're saying, of course, it's affecting everywhere else. We saw Nebraska was having problems, facing bankruptcy. Farmers across this country are facing a huge pinch, and a lot of it has to do with Donald Trump and his policies. Well, you should have thought about that, farmers for Trump, when you went into the voting booth and places like Arkansas, Indiana, Iowa, Nebraska went ruby ass red in 2024 in November. You guys made your bed, you fucked around, and now you're finding out. So yeah, the fruits of Donald Trump's love are rotten pieces of shit. If you didn't know that going in, you know it now. So as your farm continues to struggle and you're looking for a socialist handout, why don't you try pulling yourself up by your bootstrap?
You know, watching all these farmers speak up, it's wild. It's wild. On the one hand, they're saying, we broke, we need help. This is the worst we've ever seen it in 39 years. And yet, on the other hand, many of them still support the tariffs that got them here. It's like living two realities at once. Think about it. They supported the tariffs. Now crops are rotting in the field, prices cut in half, equipment costs through the roof. All because of the tariffs that they voted for. Now the reality is hitting them hard. Now they're begging for bailouts. The same folks who said for years that handouts are socialism. But suddenly when it comes to their industry collapsing, it's no longer socialism. I don't mean to be cruel or anything, man, but they brought this mess upon themselves. And I get it. Nobody wants to see family farms disappear. Nobody's cheering for these farmers to fail. But let's be real. Elections have consequences. If you voted for tariffs, thinking it was gonna own the libs, well, now it's owning your bottom line. So here's a question. Should these farmers be bailed out by our tax dollars? Some say, well, if you let the farmers go under, it will ultimately affect all of us, our food security as a country. Well, I don't know, guys. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.